God of War Ragnarok. Oh, how I've waited for this game. And what better way than to get the limited edition DualSense controller. Nice blue finish with the wolves on the touchpad. So, really looking forward to playing this new game and just enjoying, the controller. Just have to show that, what, God of War 2018 was a good game. And I decided, yep, I'm definitely going to get a PlayStation 5 just for Ragnarok, just so that I can enjoy it. I know it's going to be a mad cinematic experience. And phew, the first hour of gameplay, whew, wild. Absolutely wild. Here's some highlights of how it goes. So obviously, I want to pick up PlayStation exclusives because they've been doing their thing. They just hit the bag all the time with exclusives, and I have to shout out Santa Monica Studios because this right here is a proper accomplishment, and I can't really fault them. Like, even from the offset, as you're going to see, the game starts with Kratos just sitting down. You choose a difficulty. I'm going to choose just a balanced experience, and boom, straight into the gameplay. Absolutely love it. I love that also they gave the chance for a recap. So obviously, if you haven't played the first game, which you must, like, I completely recommend that you play the first game. But like, just like me, for myself, I haven't played it in like maybe a year or two. So just to give you a brief little rundown of what's happened in the first game. So obviously, they show Atreus, Boulder, the World Snake, and just basically all the highlights and the important stuff that happened in the first game, just to give you some context of what's to come. And whew, it's going to be a journey. I can already feel and imagine the immersion that's going to take place. I'm looking forward for new gameplay, new combos, new armor pieces. I'm definitely looking forward to all the set pieces that are coming. Obviously, this is the Norse mythology, so there's nothing like the MCU. Obviously, there's a post-credit scene where they showed that Thor's going to be in the game. Because obviously in the first game, spoiler alert, you kill Thor's kids and his brother Balder. And obviously Odin's not going to be too happy. Obviously Freya, being Balder's mom, was not happy about it at all. So the way the game finished, it looks like she's going to be an antagonist. So I'm definitely looking forward to how that is. And there's also, they've added in a key element that Loki is Atreus, according to all of the laws, the lore tablets that you see across the world. And it prophesied that Ragnarök is coming. So I'm just looking forward to see how that comes out in this game. So yeah, graphics, mean. Look at the detail on Kratos' jacket, on his coat, on his fur coat. You can see the snow particles on it. The lighting is brilliant. Like, game looks good. I know a lot of people have been complaining that it looks too similar to the old game, but that game looked amazing already. All they've done is just add further to the attention to the detail. I chose to play the game at quality mode, but because I've got 120 hertz display, instead of 30 FPS, will be at 40. I don't really mind that too much because I'm looking for more cinematic experience. And here's Atreus. He's big, he's grown, He's out here hunting by himself. He's definitely shown some maturity. I believe it's been 3 years since the first game. And yeah, I'm really digging it. So we're going to see where Kratos' fatherhood takes him. Because before, he was acting more like a general, a sergeant, drill sergeant dad. You must train, you must do this. But now, he's obviously going to have more of a soft spot for his son, lead him down the right path. Because obviously being the ghost of Sparta, he had a very graphic, violent past, and I'm sure he doesn't want that for Atreus as well. So yeah, it's going to be a movie. And what I like about this, boom, you just jump straight into the action. So obviously now you can use Atreus' wolves. He's got some pet wolves, which can pull you on the sleigh, and you can travel with. And it just dips you straight into the action. And we're about to meet an old friend. He's not very happy. And yeah, this was a great scene. It's a great way to start the game off. Like, just from the last game ended, Freya just pops in, wolf, turns into I don't know if that's an eagle, and it just lashes at Kratos straight away. Splits part of the shield. Amazing. Like, how fluid it looked. And I love the over shoulder camera. It just keeps following you. Like it's just shot seamlessly. Love it. But yeah, Freya is serious. She's just out here, still angry. Any mother would who's grieving. So I want to see how Freya, how her story concludes. And she's just literally onto Kratos. She seems to have like some gold sword. I don't know if she managed to find like a god-slaying weapon, because although she's a goddess herself, I don't see her beating Kratos in a one-on-one fight with just purely her magic. So she's gonna need a weapon that can deal damage to him. And yeah, she's really raining it down with them, isn't she? But yeah, man, this is great action. Sony have always been good at doing set pieces for the games, and you can just tell that obviously as a mother she's still hurting from Balder's death, so I really want to know how they're going to solve this. But so far, so good. Can't fault it at all. And also it's obviously still winter, like they call it Thimble winter, which is like a long winter that happens before Ragnarök comes. And as you can see here, Freya is just not having a bubble. Push Atreus out the way and stab right into Kratos. Like, this is really good choreography. I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. Kratos gets rougher. And she's really just out of her depth there, because you can't really fight the god of war himself. Kratos just stamps the sword right into the floor. And boom! She's down for the count. And yeah, man. Straight past them. Kratos just looks back at her like, yeah, we're just gonna keep running. I'm not gonna fight you. Obviously, Kratos is in the wrong here, but he's just thinking it is what it is. We move anytime you come. We're just gonna defend ourselves and keep it pushing, because he's not really in the right to go after her and, like, you know what, try and kill her. So to open the game like this, I like it. And here, some character development for Atreus. Like, he had a third wolf which stayed behind, which is clearly sick from something. It's just refusing to eat food, and Atreus is really holding on, thinking that he's going to survive, but nah, he's really not going through it. So a nice little gut punch here, getting us emotional at the beginning of the game, seeing Atreus having to deal with loss and tragedy, and it's good. The developers clearly knew what they were doing here, just to give some humanity to Atreus, because he was a bit rebellious in the first game, but I feel like we're going to get more of that now that he's a teenager. So I'm expecting outbursts, defying his father, lying to him, all of the things that Kratos doesn't like. And yeah, so Kratos is having a crazy dream, and we get to see Faye for the first time. So this is what Atreus' mum looks like.
Are you ready?
So she's a giant. So Atreus is part giant, part god. And this scene gave me a laugh. It seems that she's just as strong, because she's able to lift up logs as easy as Kratos is.
Gonna make me pick that one up?
Look at that. Good husband.
Good boy.
She must have some good coochie to have Kratos so obedient like that. So, her being a independent, strong woman, yeah. So, gameplay, whoo, violent, pure violence, and I absolutely love it. Everything's fluid. Combos are great. Still from what I remember, obviously there's a skill tree in this game, just like the first one, and obviously your skills aren't going to carry over, so you have to start from the beginning, so you still have the same basic combos. After Atreus buried his dog, it seems that he's just out here, so we have to go and find him. And it looks like this bear has just been attacked by a big creature, so on the lookout we go. So let's see what we find lurking. So yeah, more gameplay footage here. The decapitations, grueling. Look at that. It's pure violence. split him in two. Love the gameplay. Just absolute pure immersion. And if you're playing with headphones in, that 3D audio is special. And look at that, attacked. So this is the big bear that mauled the other bear. And yeah, man, look at the choreography, how cinematic this looks. And this bear must be flipping powerful to be tussling with Kratos like this. So yeah, this was a tricky boss. You know, just it's your first major enemy of the game. It just makes you get a feel for it, just to make sure that your reaction time is good and that you've got some awareness, so that you're able to dodge. And I like now that they've added like unblockable moves, and you can see them, and then parryable moves that glow in yellow, which you can parry. But I didn't realize that until a bit later. But yeah, game is great. The enemies are swift, aggressive as well when they need to be. And yeah, Spartan Rage, love it. I'm glad that they returned it. You can just pummel your enemies and gain some of your vitality back. And it's just pure violence, ground slam. But to be honest, I don't know how this bear is taking all this abuse from Kratos, because he's a god killer. But I understand that he's not once the man that he used to be. But yeah, fought this boss, I wouldn't say flawlessly, but it was a decent fight, not too easy. And yeah, there's a little surprise here. I never saw this plot twist coming, to be honest, but I love it. You're about to see Kratos fight this bear and then try to subdue him, start to strangle him, and then there's a WTF moment coming. And when I first saw this, I was like, yo, what's going on here? And I was like, okay, it makes sense. You're about to see what I mean. Yep, put the bed to sleep. And then boom. WTF. What? Exactly, Atreus. So, obviously, if you know about Norse mythology or you've been watching the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies, you know that Loki has the ability to shapeshift. And that's clearly what Atreus has been doing. So, he obviously doesn't remember what's happened. And this is obviously going to be explored later in the game. And I'm curious to see what else Atreus is going to shapeshift into. Is other people, other giants, creatures and whatnot. But this was a lovely plot twist. Didn't see it coming. So now we got a little bit of combat. Atreus is now fighting with you. He can still shoot arrows for you. I like that when you're doing moves, like just normal combat moves with a Leviathan axe or your Blades of Chaos, Atreus will jump in. As you upgrade the skill tree, you will see him jump in with you, hit for hit, or he'll jump on enemies for you, hold them, while he can get a grapple in. Absolutely love it. So here Atreus has to deal with consequences for his actions, and I like that they added this in, because now we know that Atreus was the bear and he killed the pup's parent, so he's feeling guilty about this.
What can we do?
Nothing. Nature will take its course.
Obviously, he's not fully to blame because he was unaware of his transformation. But, you know, this is something he's going to have to carry on his shoulders. And yes, my favourite bit of the opening hour of the game. You probably remember this if you played the first game. The post-credit scene. There's a special somebody knocking on the door, surrounded by thunder and lightning. I wonder who this could be. Woo! Look at this big, mighty, grizzly man. Look how awesome Mjolnir looks. Love it. And you can just see the electricity just sparking around it.
I have mead. You would not find me.
I wouldn't trust him, to be honest.
I'm sure
Pulling
we'll
up here
find
with a
lots
cool
to talk
superhero
about.
entrance. But we know that these gods they're not heroic, they're a bit villainous, they're savages. Look at the size of Thor. What a brolic man. Kratos has to look up to him. Look at the detail on his clothes. Looks royal. Oh, it's got 2 ravens following him as well. You know, just to show that he's the son of Odin.
Nice place.
So you got these 2 alpha males just sizing each other up. Oh, thump. And then Kratos does the same. 2 weapons forged by the 2 dwarfs, Sidri and Brock. You've got a little bartender Atreus, you know, trying to stay impartial, but you can't really.
You could have told me before I poured. Why are you here? Just,
Kratos is really looking like he doesn't want to play nice, but who can blame him, to be honest? He knows that Thor's pulled up on some badness. And he's coming acting all humble just to size him up.
you seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you? A calm and reasonable person. If the moment calls for calm. I'd say the moment calls for calm. Yeah.
Of course, he didn't pull up by himself, so I wonder who we have here. Woo! A man who needs no introduction. We all know who the All-Father is, who the all-seeing ravens.
You know who I am? Back before winter set in, there were some misunderstanding.
Great choice for an actor for Odin as well.
But I think we all have a better idea of who we're dealing with. Now, what you did to his boys. Self-defense. Dying is what we Aesir live for. And let's be honest, they were kinda useless. But Baldur, he had value. He was my best tracker, my closer. Yeah, his mind was gone, sure.
My initial reaction is in the top left corner, but unfortunately for me, I had an audio issue, so you won't be able to hear my initial reaction. This is just a highlight of one of my favourite parts of the first hour of the game, and yeah,
You're no fun anymore.
really good. The game really just drops you straight into it. No taking your time with minor things, just jump straight into the story, because I believe it's like a 20-hour story campaign, and I got a lot to get through, so no dilly-dallying. I love that.
How does peace strike the esteemed, retired god of war? How about we just don't kill each other? How about you stay home, kick up your feet, seek no quarrel with me, and I'll have none with you. Of course, it means that that one has to stop his search for Tyr.
Yeah. We know what you've been up to. Stop it.
Tyr's old ways are dead. He
The motion
is dead.
capture is
Understand?
fantastic.
And then that's
Voice
it. It
acting
was
is
sweet.
great.
Shit, I'll even
They really
sweeten
put the
deal.
heart and souls into
I'll
this,
let you
so
keep the prisoner. That
you
I
can
know
really
you
see the big
stole.
budget here.
That's right. I know you're in
Look at the
here
reflections on the metal
somewhere,
on
you
Odin's coat as
silver-tongued
it's shining.
little shit.
Why should we believe a word out of you? What have your promises ever been worth?
There he is, my old partner in crime.
He's lost weight.
If he tells you snow is white, he's lying.
What kind of wisdom is that? Can't the smartest head
Mimir is not
alive
having it
surpass
at all.
himself?
Not one
See
bit.
that we all want the same thing? All right. Here's a deal I know you can trust. I'll settle your debt with my ex.
We already knew what Kratos is going to say.
Keep Freya off your back. Keep your boy safe. That's really all you want, isn't it? So what do you say?
The man fears nobody.
Don't take all day.
Oh, it's about to go down.
About time.
Woo! Oh, Kratos got hit with the uppercut. Hey,
You're not from here. We got a
epic
tradition
scene.
called blood payments. It means I get a piece of you for what you took from my family. You'll pick it up.
Thor is an absolute beast of a man. Oh, you can see all the debris lying about. Now this was a difficult fight. Thor can thunderclap. Yep.
Can't fight without your axe, coward.
I did not seek that fight.
Absolute beast of a man, and he's not slow. Somebody of his size, he's moving quick.
You insult me holding back like this. You're fucking hopeless. You spit on my son's memory. I can't
Two alpha males just going blow for blow, literally.
ghost of Sparta thing.
Yeah. Then you know what I'm capable of.
Absolutely love the choreography. Boom, Kratos calls back his axe. Look at that. Gave Thor some damage right off the bat. Hulk smash.
Hoping to see your blade. Guess they don't come when you call. You should be better than this.
Woo! Emilia's a bit savage.
That's for Max.
Thor's a warrior. Absolute beast. Putting Kratos to shame here.
Sorry about your statue, Tyr, you preachy old stiff.
Look at that. Using the pillars to beat him.
If you're not fighting dirty, you're not fighting, right?
Shooting thunderbolts from his axe. Or should I say from Thor's hammer?
Did my son die to blind fucking luck?
Look at that. Mjolnir is absolutely brutal. Plung. Kratos had no idea, and this has been the best part of the game for me. Just observe what makes Thor such a goat. Kratos is trying though. Boom! Killed him. Kratos is dead.
Oh no.
But Thor says, nope. Hang on. He resurrects you. Oh my days. Listen, this was the highlight for me. Thor resurrects you and tells you, come and fight me again. I want to see the God of War. Thor is an absolutely studly man. Doesn't play no games. But Kratos ain't no bitch. He's doing what he needs to do, so... Yeah, this opening fight sequence, I think I might like it better than Boulder versus Thor in the beginning of the first game. Look at that clash, like it's Goku versus Vegeta. Hype, absolute hype moment. Beautiful. Look at the particle effects and the wind blowing. Whoo! Absolute madness. Listen, Thor ain't no chump. He can electrocute you, have you immobilized. Listen, this was a great fight. Look at that, just tossing around Kratos. But as we know, Kratos takes damage really well and heals instantaneously as well. Oh. Absolute beast. Mjolnir just destroyed my shield, completely wrecked it.
Lesser version of you, but I am not myself.
Come on, Kratos.
And your boy, Allfather, have plans for him.
Watch it. Oi! Haymaker. Yes, Kratos. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the emotion in this fight.
There he is. There's the god of war. Consider your blood debt paid. Be seeing ya.
So yeah, Thor just ups and leaves. He was clearly only toying with you. But yeah, this was all in the first hour of playing God of War Ragnarok. Absolutely amazing. A bit of nice exploration to do in this, icy location that was in the first game. They've expanded on it a little bit. There's an upper and a lower part of the snowy region near Kratos' home. But yeah, it was great. The story's going to unfold further. So obviously Kratos and Atreus, they're going to have to deal with Thor and Odin basically, because they declined their offer for peace, which obviously I believe wasn't really true. I think Odin wanted to see how naive he was, but so far, this is a really good game, just from the opening hour alone. Obviously no final verdicts yet, but just based on the gameplay, the graphics, the performances, how the story's been written as well, even adding in that little plot twist with Atreus being able to shapeshift. I like how they're treating the Norse mythology, like they're treating it really good. And yeah, my first impressions of this game, amazing. It's a standout. On par with the first game of how it started, really, really good. We're getting more of an emotional bond between Atreus and his son. And yeah, this is going to be a journey which I'm definitely going to play again on a harder difficulty and explore the realms all through the nooks and crannies, maybe try and find all the ravens and all the artifacts that are hidden around the game. And I'm really curious to see how
could
they
just
conclude
walk
the
in
story
and
of
crack the rules
Ragnarok
in our
because it's
heads
meant
whenever they
to
want.
end messy.
There's only
And
one
I
way
know
to
from the
get them off our
trailers
backs.
we're going to be seeking to find Tyr,
I think I know
who's the
how.
Norse god of war. So I'm really, really excited to see how Kratos and Tyr are going to meet and how they're going to interact. But yeah, this game, whew, amazing so far. I can see why it's been getting masterpieces everywhere. It's really heading down that road. And I can't wait to finish this game and complete it. I like the new armor upgrades that they've given you as well. So I'm definitely going to be upgrading my axe, my blades of chaos. It's going to be great. And I can't wait to do more exploring on the boat. I know that's a big part of the first game. We can search through, I think it was the River 7. And just going between different realms, different locations. So yeah, this game, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I appreciate you taking your time out to watch this. I will be giving like a final review when I finally finish this game. Yeah, like and subscribe, comment. If you've played the first out of God of War, let me know if you felt the same way I did, or highlight to me what was your favorite parts about the game. Do you feel it opened stronger than the 2018 one did? And do you think this sequel was going to surpass God of War 2018? Because from this opening, it seems very promising, I give you that. But yeah, peace and love for tuning in. And yeah, that's Ace out signing out.